So, let's try that again. What's up? I'm live, and yeah, I don't know. I hit the wrong button on my stream deck, so I start a couple minutes earlier than normal so I can run ads at the beginning of the stream to get rid of pre-rolls for the first hour. But I didn't hit the button that runs ads, so I remember. I noticed, fortunately, soon enough. Like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. I feel like I did the wrong thing, and I looked, and yeah, no. So I just did end up running ads, but just means no pre-rolls for anybody coming in the next hour or so, which is the idea. The part that you actually want to see is ad-free. Unfortunately, Twitch makes it so that there will be ads no matter what I do. So, gameplay is ad-free. I'm trying, and failing, get into a comfortable position, which, I've had the last however many minutes to potentially do so, but... Is this better? If my shirt was in a slightly different position? My chair didn't complain so much. That should be fine. So, obviously, let me get something across right immediately. Satisfactory tonight. I don't know if the stream is going to be full length or not. Depends on how I'm feeling. But, yeah, Satisfactory. Missed last week because my gut wasn't feeling the best, and rather than risk coming online just to drop offline fairly quickly, not worth it. Wouldn't have needed to, turns out, but got some other work done instead, which was fine by me. And I actually did end up playing a little bit offline in the following days, just to do some things. I don't remember entirely what at this point. But, yeah, we're back to Satisfactory. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play this save, because I'm losing interest more and more as time goes on, and... I'm into Phase 4. And I said from the very beginning that I'm only guaranteeing I go through Phase 3, because if you've played Satisfactory at all, you know just how much of a drag Phase 4 can be. Because just like, Phase 1 you're through almost instantly. Phase 2 takes a little while, but you can get through it pretty quickly. Phase 3, oh boy. Phase 3 is where everything starts piling on. And then Phase 4, I'm sorry, you want me to make how many things of stuff that I don't have easy access to? So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, but for now, we're just gonna keep going. And here's the thing I wanted to mention initially. Since the last time I played, Satisfactory Update 8 moved to the Early Access branch. It's finally out. But I'm still on the same old version I have been on for quite a while now. As you see, I play modded, right? Mods have been updated. Modding support has been updated. There is no reason why the banner needs to be at the top of the screen if it ever pops up. Also, I have the 5M scene still enabled. Yeah, I did some 5M stuff yesterday. Those videos will come eventually. But yeah, there's no need for me to be on the experimental build anymore. Mods exist on Early Access Update 8. It's finally happened. The problem is, there's one or two mods that I use that are still not updated. So, rather than faff around with everything, switching back to the Early Access branch and this and that and the other thing, I'm just leaving it how it is for now. Once the mods update, that's one thing, but for now, I don't feel like dealing with that nonsense. Even if I'm missing out on a couple of things, everything is working as it is. And as somebody who streams, maybe not professionally, but fairly often, stability is key. Granted, OBS doesn't exactly seem super stable with how often it likes to skip frames, but still don't know why it does that. Stop Jason. So yeah, anyway, stuttering as I pan around, no doubt. It wasn't that bad, probably because I waited like 15 seconds. Just as a reminder, still just got 2 things here to unlock, one of which I can get easily. Just heavy modular frames, that's it. But otherwise, I am going to go over here, grab those, and start scanning them. Because the thing I want to do immediately... I want to check this first. 11 coupons, not bad. How many did I have over here? 42. Okay. First thing I want to do immediately is go get the rest of the hard drives. I did some work off stream, and that is not the right thing. This is the right thing. I did some work off stream and ended up getting all of the power requiring stuff. I mean, honestly, I could just leave it like that. But I'll do that. I'm going to take those back though, thank you very much, and the hard drives. And whatever I need to build a MAM. Just take a stack of each thing. There. I need the slugs in order to maintain the power in my suit. You can see that over there. And then take all of that stuff. And, just do this real quickly. Yoink yoink. Oh. It went into this chest. Container. Regardless, let's go unlock the rest of the hard drives. Okay. The first one's over here. So, oh yeah, that's one of the things I did offline. I upgraded my suit some more, so I go faster. Not super fast. Just faster. You know, I should have brought explosives. I don't know exactly where this hard drive is. Is it all the way up here? No. Where is it? It's gotta be down here in the... Yep. In amongst the fart rocks and the radioactive stuff. And this one's just free. Yes, hi, you're very radioactive. Not that I care. Your chair broke? Oh no. That sucks, Geeson. Like, that just sucks. Yeah, I don't have anything else other than say that sucks. Now where am I going? Looks like... here somewhere? Wait. Had it 2 months, that's it? I thought... yeah, I thought I had remembered you saying that you had to get a new chair fairly recently. That sucks even worse. Is there any sort of warranty on it at least? Like, that's no time whatsoever. Oh yeah, frame rate might suffer in an area like this. I've got to be marking these hard drives off. But I know that I've gotten them. I don't even know if this is the right one. It is. But yeah, in case it's not obvious, I pre-collected all the resources I would need. That's the supercomputers, and then there's more supercomputers over this way. Somewhere. There it is. Love how the coil wind disappears when the game autosaves. Ah, okay, so you're just waiting on warranty response then. Well, that's good at least. Hopefully that goes fairly quickly for your sake, because I know from having dealt with my monitor dying just a couple of months ago that, yeah, not a fun time. Especially since I had to pay to ship it across the country. Thanks, Gigabyte! Somewhere... Mouse, you wanna work? Down over here somewhere. I'm just trying to stay out of that area simply because it's foggy over here. Radiation intensity, 100%. Don't care in the slightest. Okay, so that was that one. There's another one over here somewhere by the falls. That's the rest of the computers right there. Bye, lizard doggo. Bye, lizard doggo. There's that one over there. Up here, somewhere. Probably up there, if I had to guess. Now that faster in hover mode to ascend. Right there. Again, with the power suit, the way I have it upgraded, I just do not have to worry about fart rocks or radiation of any sort. Which, you know, some people might say that's overpowered, but also... I'm into Phase 4. I've got most of the shed I can unlock at this point. Like, really that overpowered when I'm this late game? This one's just free. Sure enough. The lock has locked itself all the way back. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, you've got a really nice, relaxing spot, I guess. That's certainly less than ideal in most circumstances. Huh? Did they forget to populate this one? Another one back here somewhere. It's not that one, is it? Where exactly am I looking for? That's that one. It's right over here somewhere. Oh, is this one out in the middle of the... Yeah, okay. This is this one. And motors. Sure enough, there's actually a hard drive in that one. Technically, I don't need to collect all the hard drives because there's actually extra hard drives, although if the one's gonna be empty... Quite interesting terrain in this game. Might be the next one. I think they changed things without moving this, because yeah, I definitely don't remember it being like this before. But that was quick wire. One down over here. I think it's over here, actually. It's not as though I don't know where at least some of these hard drives are, just from, you know, having played the game for how many hours? 623. Love it when they use the wrong model. Rude. My mouse cut out again. I don't know if that's a Windows issue or if that's... Yeah. Or if it's a an issue with the mouse itself or what. This mouse is quite old. You know, electrode aluminum scrap would be fine if it didn't use petroleum coke. Yeah, screw it. Mark that off. Basically, the idea is I want to research all the things, and so it doesn't really matter what I pick. I need the map still. That looked weird at first. Okay, it's all the way over here. I didn't see this at first. Of course, it's going to take me a long damn time to research all the recipes, but that's fine. Gives me more reason to play, right? We'll see. One of you is up there. Is this the one I'm looking for? There is. Why do I have one quick wire left? Seems wrong. Also, I missed another hard drive on my way here, apparently. Yep. Busy looking up. Just quickly, is there really... Quick wire, 12 plus 9 plus 1. Yeah, there's literally one that just takes one quick wire. Neat. That's 6 modular frames. Oh, it's this one up here, okay. Hello? No, is that how it's supposed to look? Okay. The one up over here, okay. Where is that one, though? I don't remember. Is it all the way up there? Nope, not this one. Try this one, then. Oh, well that's good at least, Gieson. Oh, it's not this one. What the hell? It's actually like right here in this area. Other way. Yeah, I mean, if it's got that long of a warranty, they shouldn't refuse it, but certainly always good to have a backup plan just in case they decide to be asshats about it. Because you just never know. Back over here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Modular frames? Modular frames. Okay, so somewhere up over here. Look at that, I aimed almost right for it. Unless that's the other one. There's one there. May or may not be one further back here. Boy, my frame rate hates this area. No, it is this one. One heavy modular frame. There was one back over here. Somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Already got that one. Yeah, this area looks very different from what I remember it being, simply because this is where I built heat sinks and the cooling system, not full-on cooling systems, the radio control units? Is that what I was making here? It might have been. Back in update 5. Purple slug. Okay, where am I going now? I need to look at the map. I'll just about be able to get them all on screen at the same time now. I'm looking to go... I'm having difficulty figuring out where I'm supposed to go now. That's that. Go like... Got too many icons on the map. Go like right up around here. Not a massive fan of some of these filters. I think there is a way to disable some of them at least. That's the no requirements one. Motor. Batteries. I'll pick up batteries. I don't have to craft them and I don't have to buy them, but I need them for something, then better to have them than not. Bridge from former project. Oh, that's a mean place. Not only are there the fart rocks, but there's a bunch of uranium ore around here. That's just mean. Alright, up and over this way somewhere. Back over here somewhere. The fart rocks. I mean, there's this one here. That's what I'm looking for. Nope. I want to be further over this way. One? I think so. Yep, supercomputers. Let's take it. Okay, yeah, they're real mean with the uranium in a lot of spots. But, I mean, again, I have a suit that takes care of it for me. Actually, a couple of hard drives up this way somewhere. That one, then we follow the water up vaguely. This area. There's that station. Somewhere in this general area. The problem is that there's a lot of trees covering things. Okay. Black powder. Out over this way. Wire. Not all these are not the best. One's higher in the list. I'm just unlocking all the recipes again. Not looking for any specific recipe. Unlocking them all. Also, I feel like I'm gonna need to restart my game before I start doing anything that doesn't involve traveling around the map. Just to deload a lot of stuff. Although, not to say it'll be flushed from memory. That is a very large part rock. Like, somebody just took the scale tool on that and sized it right frickin' up. It's crystals. Good. Then over in that lake, you can actually see it from here. There's another hard drive. One back there somewhere. I guess also to say, like, I don't have to be using the map to find things. I could just, do it this way. Okay. I could. The map's easier. Is there any more to the north there? Yes. Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna go down this way. Because I want to go down south and get some of the hard drives down here. I mean, it'd be rude of me not to. Speaking of rude... Oh, this is the... I have those marked off already. Because superposition oscillators are only available during the Fitsmiths event, and, yeah, no. Well, there's one. Which one are you? This has got to be that one, right? Turbo rumors, 6 of them. Yes. Go back up this way. Could be down here somewhere. Somewhere. Maybe. Or the map is such a pain in the ass. Yeah, you can tell there's something of value here because there's a bunch of uranium around. That's the RCUs, as expected. Right, now. More batteries. Else of value? Doesn't look like it. By the way, did you know up on this spike here? Samor node? Fun fact. Where am I going? We're probably in this. Yeah. No? Well, darn. Thought I had it. What's down here? Really? All of this for that? What a waste. What a waste. Where is it? Further down the hill? No? There's part of it. Another part of it. Oh, it did land up here. Okay. That is not the crystal oscillator. It is modular frames, though. Also, hey, look. One of the few sulfur nodes that I haven't touched. Hey, you. Alright, where is this hard drive? Up over here somewhere. This one, probably? There's that one quick wire. Well, I am very quickly running out of hard drives to get, so that's a good thing. Really, this one? No. No. That one? Guess so. Yeah, one crystal oscillator. And we go up vaguely this way. Be somewhere up in the green, I believe. Might be this one. Yeah. Who's that one? How many more do I have? 7? 8? Wait. There we go. 8. I don't remember exactly what I have and haven't done on stream. Whether or not I went up here on stream or not. So this was back before I had this. I just had the hover pack, which is why there's power line going up there. Heat sinks. Those computers? Hell yeah. What about you? Also computers! You've got to be this one, surely. Yeah, with how far up you are. There's the biofuel. And then there's the next one. This one is very much not in a friendly environment. More batteries, though. I've got over 100 of them. I was wondering when that was going to pop. Automated miner charcoal or fine black powder? I'll take fine black powder. Fine black powder. Put it back on the map. A new hard drive. Deconstruct and go this way. Yeah, that one's over on the desert floor, so let's go get this one first. That's a lot of rotors I still have. Also, is it just me, or do these modular frames look bigger than normal? Computers? Circuit boards. Computers? Computers! They seem to be the ones that are most mixed up, the circuit boards. Are you it? Oh. There you are. There's most of the rotors. We'll get this one first. It's over this way somewhere. I don't know if it's all the way up top or if it's part of the way up top. I have gotten all the hard drives before, at least the ones that were in the older versions of the game. Since obviously some of them are new. One's back over this way. I think this is the one that... Where are you at? Oh, you're right. It was the one I was thinking of more or less. I was thinking of the slightly wrong spot. And then one more. Not down there. Not up here either. It is down there. Fuck, I don't remember where it all is. Yeah, if you didn't know, you want to get all the uranium on the map. Here's the impure node. That doesn't look right down there. Using that. There we go. See it fix itself eventually. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? You going right? Yeah, it's right, not mine. That's it. That's all the hard drives. Well, except for the two that require either superposition oscillators or did I mix them up? I don't remember. They're using the things that are only available during Xmas. Why is a uranium ore node up there? I don't know, that's just where they put it. Also, apparently all this exploring has done bad things for the stream. I just looked over at OBS for the first time in quite a while because it's over on my right and the map is over on my left, so looking at the game and the map constantly over there. Yeah, 1% of the frames have been missed thus far. Bit of rendering lag. Well. And obviously, yes, it would be much faster just to fly with a jetpack, but yeah, I have no clue why they put the uranium node up there. If they put one way up there, they put one down in a cave, up in a cave? I forget where the cave is relative to the stuff around it, but I've been in that cave before. And then they put two, I think it was, in the cave behind the waterfall in the swamp. They're kind of jerks about it. You just keep going. Where did they put those nodes? Let's see. Yeah, so there's that one there. That's the only impure node, the one that I went to. Oh no, I'm misremembering. There's one somewhere in the red forest. There's one in the cave I mentioned, and then another one in behind the waterfall. I don't know that I've ever actually come across the one in the red forest. Somewhere there. I'd say we could go find it, but I think I've lagged out the stream enough. In fact, it's still going. A lot. Which is why I want to restart the game. Try and dump some of the resource utilization. Try. May or may not happen. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Just... there. Full inventory, except I can go get rid of the batteries. Batteries. I don't even know where they sort to. Cooling systems I did elsewhere. It was heat sinks and the radio control units that I was crafting in that forest, like I mentioned earlier. 13 printable coupons. That's not that great. What's the power grid? Still not stable. Thought that issue was fixed. Evidently not. These supercomputers, 200 of them. I don't even have that many on me. I'm not gonna worry about it then. Oh, what to do now? How long do you got? A little over a minute. Of course, in theory, if I really wanted to optimize everything here, like I did do minor Mark IIs and everything, but what I should do is go around, collect slugs, and then upgrade these to Mark III and overclock them until the they're maxed out either at 250% or at a maximum Mark V belt speed. And yeah, another hour and we hit 154 hours. These areas always felt so much bigger building them, but looking at them from above, not that much bigger. And also my little iron smelting array here, which for some reason I actually divvied up like that. I don't know why I did that. It might have been a belt. Might have been a belt thing, yeah, maybe. Blame that from all the way over here. You know what, let's just get back over here. Technically, I didn't need to wait for this to finish. Manage it just fine, but it doesn't hurt to wait. Electrode circuit board, sure. Now again, because the stream is still lagging, I am just going to do this. Takes a second. Or 5. Put out to the desktop. Hope that that helps. If it doesn't help, well, I don't know what to do. It's never going to resolve the lagginess in OBS completely because it just always lags to some degree. No clue why. I've investigated it before and I've never come to a conclusion on that. Because it's persisted across computers, it's persisted across hardware, and, you know, removing software from the equation that could be influencing it, it doesn't seem to make a difference. I don't know. Also, the game is loading fairly quickly because I'm sure resources are still very much in RAM. I've noticed that if I close something out and get back to it within an hour, typically, it's usually still in RAM and just loads right. Kinda nice that. I've got 48 gigs of RAM, so it's not that big of a... Alright. New hard drive. Go! Oh, nice and full inventory, even. Yeah, I'm never gonna get around to doing these. Just simple as that. Never gonna happen. I did it once in Update 4. Did it once in Update 4. Once is enough. Or even anything I need to unlock here? Besides cosmetic stuff? Look at that, I even got that stuff for once. I mean, there's all this stuff, but I mean, also, whoop-de-doo. Could get a coffee cup. And there's all the resources. I don't have a ton of tickets left. So. I don't know what I want to do, and also there's only a few minutes until I take my hourly break, so it's not like there's a lot of time to do anything. I'm making screws, just avoid them. Good times. All this working at peak efficiency? Of course, I upgraded all of these factories back there, right here, and also over here. And I don't think I really need to use one of these two, but I was ready to use them if I needed them. I forget what exactly. But I don't know, I just never felt like getting around to it. Where are the stators? Steel pipes are slow. Iron is slow. I need 40, 80, 120. The iron ore is slow. It's the other problem. Oh, it needs 35 a minute. I mean, it seems like it's getting the flow that it needs. But then these two are just struggling. There's going to be a small amount of back stuffing at times. I don't know, the problem is, right, for a long time I had auto splitters that would just auto-manage themselves, and while they were a bit buggy, they would work. But now you see I have counter limiter, and that's it. I don't have any sort of modded thing. There's the load balancers, but I don't have anything that will actually like auto split it. And then there's all of that because the earlier ones are stealing all of the thing. This design should work, but it doesn't because it's just way too much for it, or something. I don't know. And there's still my power situation. Right there, I think it's at peak power or near peak power, but then, no, it's not. It can go higher. I don't know what peak power is. Something's having issues. I think it's the power station way over by where one of the project parts is. I genuinely do not know what I want to do. And I feel like it's a bad idea to go to break at this point because, like, okay, I go to break, I come back, and then what? Like, I don't know why exactly, but just in the last couple of days, I think even, I've just lost interest in this. Like, I was fine to play it last week. What happened? Where has my interest gone? What do I do now? I don't think it's a good idea to continue forcing myself to play this. Tabbed into the game. Don't need any of that stuff anymore. Like, to be clear, there's stuff that I could do. You know, I've got any number of factories and power stations and such to build. I just don't feel like doing it. I think I did a good job this playthrough of not making myself feel burnt out. Because, like, I managed to get to Tier 4 no issue. But at the same time, I got further last year when I did this, so maybe not? I think part of the problem is I started building big very early on. Alright, well, you know what? I am going to take my break. When I come back, we'll continue talking about the save, I guess, at the very least, while I continue to think up things to do in the meantime. But, yeah. I am just going to take a short break, stand up, stretch, get away from the computer. And just not be sitting constantly. I'm going to run some ads while I'm away. The only time during the stream that I run ads, besides the beginning and the end, and it just ensures that, you know, like it or not, having ads during the break, pre-rolls will be disabled for anybody coming in, which means that viewer retention right off the bat tends to be a little bit higher. 3 minutes of ads doesn't help that, obviously, but I'm just working around Twitch's nonsense. Because there's going to be ads no matter what, and yeah, people sitting through 30 seconds of ads is not the worst, but also, so many people nowadays are just like, ads? Nah, I'll find somewhere else to watch. Even if, you know, they're just tuning in. So, yeah, anyway, like I said, ads will play, but it won't interfere with gameplay or anything else. It's only during the break. Yeah, you hear me? Alrighty, I am back. And, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what the latest hard drive returned, I guess. IO coal, recycled rubber, and compacted steel bits. I'm gonna take recycled rubber just because that one's actually somewhat reasonable. Recycled rubber. So yeah, here, give me a second. Just take this page if it ever decides to scroll. And hello? Sure. Give it a second. And, you. Oh, hide you. There we go. But yeah, I still don't know what I want to do, so let's look at the map for a little bit, shall we? You can see, this is lagging because the game is open in the background, but, you can see that's where we started out. Obviously, there's the hub. Actually, right where I am at the moment. More or less. This is slightly inaccurate, but... yeah, here's some of the early game stuff. This was the smart plating. Your screws are over here. See that this was the Mark II plates, or reinforced plates rather. This is empty. Oh right, these are the manufacturers that I set up to in crafting. I think you're literally blocking. Fine. Oh yeah, the entire time here there's been some unpainted foundations underneath of the storage box shows up underneath of the blueprint manager thing. Designer. Not that you'd ever know just looking at it, but they're there. With the rotor factory there, it, you know, all fairly small scale stuff for the early game. Obviously this being project parts, and this was revamped. This... it's hard to see. You can't really see it, but you notice there's a slight offset because if you remember, that area is actually double stacked. All for some concrete, because that's a relatively narrow alleyway, as you can see, and if I was to back over into here, you know, well, kind of makes sense. Yeah, see, even the bit that sticks out on the side, you wouldn't notice it because it's underground. But if I were to remove that, you would notice those are different. But, yeah. Give it a second, there it is. And what was this? That was the copper stuffs and the iron stuffs. And then some copper sheets. But then down here, I did a double. Iron processing back here, along with some more iron processing here. This iron processing went up here. How exactly did I do this? Did I basically just double it up? Yeah, I guess this is the original factory. I'd have to look at previous saves to remember how I did this. Because I think I did this off stream. Yeah, this might have been the original build, and then I pulled in more iron from over here, sent it up there, smelting it on the way just to save some space here, and basically doubled my production of modular frames in this area. And then right here, there was this nice copper node that I could just throw a Mark II miner on to get 240 per minute, right? And so let's just make a ton of copper sheets. Just keep in mind, these are all making copper sheets, all of these. So that's 60 times, or 6 times 4. 240 copper sheets per minute. Which is, of course, being sunk. That's what that is. Gotta sink the overflow. Gotta get those tickets somehow. Then yeah, this upgraded factory. This is not how this was originally, obviously. Because this is the smart plating, and then, yeah, refinery. I did a lot of this off stream. But if you don't remember me building this exact thing, that's why. Then up here, I forget, I might have reworked this one, or I might have just left it as it was, because it was good enough. Making like 15 of these per minute. Can't actually see them, but yeah, 15 versatile framework. Then up here, obviously, I just showed this off before the break. The mess that is my automated wiring production, which isn't even getting enough iron fed into it back here to provide iron to everything else. That just, yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. And there's no easy way to fix it short of rebuilding most of it. But it's okay, because the project part that requires automated wiring, I just never got around to automating. In case industrial beams are right here. That one was not another relatively early game thing. Of course, I got my train here, which I never really did connect this line. Like, obviously the line does go down here and connect in over here with this station, but I am the only one that uses this stretch, which is why I can keep my train here. I didn't paint my train this time, but it's a thing. And then, of course, there's this little, effectively temporary, if you will, outpost. You can see I actually cut it off at one point. This was being double fed, but I decided that, nah, I can make do with what I've got. And just split it. Split one amongst all of these and split it between the different quartz stuffs, and then the other one got sent off down to here, to the train station. Yeah, everything's backstuffed nicely. Train was just pulling out, just pulling in even when the save was made. That's what you want to see. I remember this Caterium, it wasn't struggling to keep up, but it was just not backstuffing because it was so well balanced. But ever since I upped the production rate up here, 240, just by upgrading it to a minor Mark III, not been an issue since then. What else was early game? Ah yes, the motor factory. Remember this over the pit? Then pulling a fair amount of iron. I still don't entirely know why I triple belted this. Like, I think I had Mark III belts. That would have fit on a Mark III belt. Because it's 30, 30, and 120. Yeah, 180. That would have fit on a Mark III belt. And I bet you somewhere in here, yeah, Mark III belt. Why I did it that way, I don't know. Also sneakily pulling copper out to go over to the train station. It works. Yeah, this factory that makes not only motors but also stators, just to have them online. Also, the game just auto-saved. Let me just check real quick. Can't actually see it. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, okay, just a little bit longer. I'm tabbing in and out of a full screen game. Thus the temporary disappearance of things. Come down the coast. Here's one of my early coal power plants. Not my earliest. This one was later on. You can see the battery backups as well. The power storage. Made sure to implement them into the builds of the power stations, just because, like, it's a good thing to have. And yeah, I've not had any power issues in a long time as a result of that, and I don't have any here, but light overlap of the wires there. Priority power switches. Those things, I don't think they've even had to do anything yet, but they are there if I need them. There's the ding. I don't know if you could hear that. Crystal beacon. I'll take the electric motor, thanks. Electric motor. Okay. So, yeah. This was the original one. This was my first set of coal generators, if I remember correctly. This one came later, which is why this is set up here, and then this is pulling from way over here, these two. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could max these all out and go quite nuts with it, especially because this is all water. And mind you, the players. World border is quite a ways out. I was actually worried about it over here, but yeah, non-issue. Goes quite a ways out, so despite the fact there's a lot of void out here, you've actually got quite a lot of room. Though I believe, if nothing's changed, this is a death plane over here. This is on a world border. You cross this line, you're dead instantly. So be careful. You can see I came all the way down here to harvest some sulfur. One of the other early game areas was not this, but this over here. Oh boy. This was the original bit, along with, I think, 2 sets of Caterium stuff to make the Caterium wire real quick. But then, of course, I wanted to double it up, so I expanded. This is my steel products, mind you. And then eventually I threw in... What a mess. I threw in all this. This was the original set of coal gens, but then these were built up on top of it. So, like, if I... Where are you at? Yeah, you can see as I go up, that's still visible. And that's still visible, but the lower one's disappeared now. Oh, not happy about that. It was a silly build, but it did the job, and I also had to go digging way back. Some iron right there. This looks really weird, the trees. There's your coal. Aluminum nodes around the place down here. And then, obviously, later on, I came here, and the coal generators are beneath, believe it or not. They're the coal generators, fuel generators. See? They're underneath. I got involved with turbo fuel. This is all for plastic and rubber. Comes to back here, and then this is a combined belt into a sink. That's the sink. 6 assemblers, all running at 100. No, not all running at 100%, and then 5 refineries, one of which is running slightly slower. All to make plenty of turbo fuel into these 2 big spheres. I'm going to lag things out again by putting it back down, because there's a bunch of generators. And again, you get, what is it, 12 cubic meters per minute of power gen for regular fuel, but 4.5 cubic meters per minute of turbo fuel. They both generate 150 watts, but turbo fuel is used way more slowly and is just so much more efficient as a result. But it comes at the cost of sulfur, which, well, there's the sulfur. I think I got some of the coal. Yeah, this was that coal line. And, yeah, I think I could have gone around here. Yeah, I had to go searching for that stuff. Anyway, I did relatively early on, not the train line, but I did build this out because, one, more coal power. I feel like I did this off stream. I might have done this part on stream, but this was definitely off stream. I'm sinking raw ore? Okay. Anyway, this makes Nobelisk, because why not? Again, I did do this off stream. Is that, and then I think the only other thing up in this area of the map, just see it a little bit. I didn't go down here at all. Like, at all. Oh yeah, the death border kind of cuts in here. Can't go. I don't even, you know what, I'm gonna look it up. That's not what I wanted. There we go. World border. So, yeah, okay. I'm looking at a map on the wiki. This is a normal damage border, and there's also, see at the bottom, it's flat there, but then it goes back in across no man's land. I refuse to call it anything but no man's land. And then that, but this eastern edge here, this one will kill you the instant you cross it. Do not want to cross that one ever. Anyway, that one looks weird because of the limestone node in the center of it. Of course, I eventually went and collected resources from down here and up here, brought them over here. God, this area is so damn big, but it looks so tiny on the map. Kind of ridiculous. Yeah, multiple train stations, all of which are, they're not perfect, but that's fine. This is all the original stuff, making like high-speed connectors and computers and AI limiters and there's a circuit board somewhere. That's compacted coal because of course I was making turbo fuel here. Making rubber and then that stuff. Where are the circuit boards? Are they up here? Ah, they're right here. Okay. That's a counter limiter. Yeah, this all back here. Copper, copper, copper sheets, deuterium, iron. I didn't need a lot of iron for this build, clearly. But yeah, turbo fuel. This was all the original turbo fuel, mind you. That was it. I also, more recently, just built this out so I could get, well, one, there's a packager there for making packaged water. But also, that's all I wanted. Just that. Just this. But because I was doing that, I made fuel to get that, so. In theory, at least. Not making a lot of fuel at the moment, apparently. Oh, I see. I didn't configure that right, so that power gen is dead. Oh well, doesn't matter. There was a later edition, though. This was, like, the last time I streamed this, I think? One of the last times. Adding supercomputers to the mix. You can tell how little I've actually played this since, because it still hasn't filled up the container. And yeah, I've taken a little bit from it, but not that much. Granted, these aren't producing too many. You know? Those are blenders. Yeah, just 3 supercomputer manufacturers, but they're all good on items, at least. And then these are blenders for the fuel, which again, just producing turbo fuel, which is why all of these here exist. I don't think I added more power backup, though. That's whatever. Copper rotor, diluted packaged fuel, or plastic smart plating. We'll take copper rotor, because it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day. I'm never going to get through all those hard drives, mind you. What came next? I think building the train line out down here. It's going straight down. I don't know why the train line did this. Oh yeah, as I was building this, in case you missed this, I came right down here and then decided to make a turn at the last second, not realizing at the time just how bloody close I was to the world border. Like, I built out to here. I was like, I wonder, I must be really close to the world border, right? So I built forward and, yep. Go stand on most of this foundation, you are getting hit with 5 points of damage per second. Funny that. Then this was next. Some water mining here. Lots of miners set up down here. All to make this giant thing. Produce heavy modular frames. How are these doing on items? Not good. The encased industrial beams are struggling. I tried to make these factories as I got further into the save. I tried to make them better. I tried to make it so that they wouldn't have issues like that, but they still have issues like that. Let's just steal. There they are. It's the concrete that's struggling? Really? Yeah, some of them are not getting enough limestone. That's weird. Stuff just never works how I want it to. And also the train line that just ends right here on the other side of the intersection. I don't even use this station for anything. It's purely there just to give me a easy way to travel down and back. And the final thing I did, more or less, was this nonsense, which, these are all fine. That one's not fine. It's the middle of the line that's having issues. Really? Yeah, I mean, the only way to fix this, and I mean, that's a lot of generators, clearly. The only way to fix this, these are, believe it or not, even though it's not showing it as such, these things are up. Right? Like, look at the foundation. Minus 18 meters. Look at this foundation. No, I'm not getting the right foundation. God. Game. No. There we go. So yeah, the buffers are up there. These foundations are up at 6 meters, so they're quite a bit higher. You can see I've taken everything else offline because most of the stuff's too low. Did I even go all the way down? Did eventually. Yeah, like, the turbo fuel production is fine, more or less. The problem is it's not backstuffed. And the only way to do that would be to literally go around and disconnect the power cable, which... even connected? Or am I just not seeing... I guess I'm just not seeing the wires very well. Yeah, okay, you can see it there. Well, I can go into the interface and put them on standby, but it's either go around and flick them all off, or disconnect their cable. I think disconnecting the cable is easier, because you can disconnect fuel generators from a power grid and they'll still just run, even if they're not supplying their power to anything. They don't self-throttle. The only generators that self-throttle are biofuel gens. Also, you can see my massive amount of power storage back here. It's 100 of them, I think. I mean, 5 times 10 times 2. So yeah, I don't feel like doing that again, because I've already done that once. Turns out I wasn't bringing in enough resources. Where is the train? It's there, it's just not visible. You can see the resources now. The coal's a bit iffy, but it's still fine. Probably. Yeah, the coal might not be fine enough. But regardless. What was this factory? This was... trying to find it. The problem is stuff gets all weird. Modular engines. All this factory produces, all of this, goes towards producing like 20 modular engines per minute. And a bunch of turbo fuel per minute as well. That's it. Oh sure, those are on top now. Stations aren't. And then I think the last thing I started working on was, you can see there's a bauxite node here. It's not aluminum yet. Started building out to these. And I was planning on doing, what was it? Aluminum sheets, aluminum casings, and even radio control units. Here, that's what I was thinking. Doing it up here. I'm gonna have like a station down here and another thing just before the railroad goes up. Just have it come off this way and go over here, because I was going to use some of these nodes, and I was going to use quartz up here, and, you know, tap into coal down here, and maybe take this line and extend it to get the sulfur from here or here, and I don't remember exactly. I'm just not feeling it anymore, though. I don't know, maybe it'll come back to me by next week, but tonight I'm just not feeling it. But that is basically the entire world at this point. It's definitely not as filled up as my Update 5 save. I mean, hell, my Update 5 save had a train line that circled the entire map. In fact, here. See my mouse, but I'm not actually clicking in game or anything. Yeah, it's funny how it's interacting with the game, seemingly. Where is Update 5? Guess I want this one. Good to know that the hard drive's about to finish scanning. This was my Update 5 stream that I did last year, mind you. Which, Update 5, Update 6, basically the same thing. Disable that, disable that, disable the lizard doggo. He is there, though. He is right there. And the Fixmas holiday event. Only adds a little bit. Put a giant tree there. Oh yeah, and turn off the fog, because that's just not necessary. Shoutouts to the one piece of pipe that I left here because it did a loop. It was connected between a pipe junction and a refinery. And it just happened to form a loop for some reason instead of just being a straight connection. I don't know why it did that, but I left it there on this platform, and hey, look at that, with Update 6 it didn't get overwritten. Heat exchanger, coated iron canister, or compacted steel. That's the one that uses compacted gold. I'll take a heat exchanger, and I'm not going to bother to scan another one just because I don't know how long I'm doing this for. Heat exchanger, there. Yeah, if I zoom out on the Update 5 save, you can see it's a bit more densely populated. The giant turbo fuel array was down here. Oh yes. This was me encasing the swamp in concrete. Because fuck the swamp. But yeah, like I didn't do some things. Sure, I didn't build like a factory down here. This is just a random station, but I made modular frames down, heavy modular frames even. There's some nitrogen harvesting going on there. There's some geothermal gens here. Again, this is the monstrosity that is the giant turbo fuel generation station that just is not efficient in the slightest. There's this janky ass four-way intersection here. I'm mining some more nitrogen there. Was I right? Was I right in this? Heat exchangers and radio control units. Yes, I was right about that. Harvesting there. There's stuff going on there. There's, yeah, this is the station I put in just to more easily access this. And you can see, like, I did encase it. The only thing is this wall doesn't go all the way down because at some point the floor just ends in the ocean and you can just swim under that and then swim under the floor and go up through the floor behind where the wall is. So there's no point. I'm not building the wall all the way down, right? The only nuclear power plant I've ever built on stream, and it does nothing other than look pretty. This was my turbo vroomer station, which pulls parts in from all over the place. That was just a sulfur mining station. This was some quick wire. There were motors over here. And that was purely set up for the turbo vroomers. What was back here? Oh yeah, encased industrial beams. Electromagnetic control rods. I think this was going towards this stuff. Some degree. Yeah. Yeah. I mean... Yeah. Yeah, okay. Literally just electromagnetic control rods. I don't remember how everything was. And mind you, because this was Update 5, this was back before this area got reworked. Back before the Spire Coast rework, which is why there's nothing here. I did originally have a computer factory right here. And that's where this little loop of piping comes from. And I get my... Come on, cursor. There it is. That's where that came from. This was just another setup to, again, I believe, yep, make polymer resin, which I then made into fuel to burn, because why not? Yeah, this was my main base here. This is where I made all the basic stuff. Because, you know, there's a bunch of really nice iron nodes literally right there. Mark III miner. Full power. This was producing limestone, I guess? Concrete? Yeah. Heavy modular frames. I think was more... Oh, automated wiring was there. Steel products were there. Versatile framework was there, apparently. That's just an old storage unit. Yeah, that was transporting some things from over here. This station wasn't actually used for more than just that. But like, come down here, you can see I did do this. I brought the aluminum stuffs down because down here somewhere... It's an oil extractor. There you go. Aluminum sheets. Alclad casings. There's your fused modular frames, your cooling things, rubber and plastic. Supercomputers were right there. Circuit boards, computers, high-speed connectors, right? And then there was also fuel there. So this world was built up more in some ways and less in others. And it all ultimately ended right here. Oh yeah, this was this because there was something that I had done. It might have been up here or something. I think I needed more power, so I just did it there. Also, there's explosives being made there. Go, Nobilis. But yeah, this is where it all ended. I think I was supposed to be making assembly director systems. And it just never happened. Again, motivation in Phase 4 just... It just doesn't. And you notice down here, 187 hours, just under 188 hours. But that was after Fixmas, that was after encasing the, yeah, the swamp. So in reality, I think it was closer to 160 hours put into the save, like, on stream. That was a weird shift. In fact, I can look. Go back to before, yeah, the finale. Okay, it was 176 hours, so not that much less. Yeah, screw the ADS factory. Can you tell? Yep. Versus nowadays. We're just under 154 hours. Update 7 save only got to 120. It got up to 125 hours. Really? And then my update 4 save actually hit 154 hours. Don't... Demo. Look, I bought the game, alright? That's all that matters. Free trial. That isn't officially available. Anyway, I bought the game at the end. Well worth the money. Also, I wanted mods. But yeah, this world, I think it's pretty much the end of it. I don't think there's much more I want to do with it. Which is unfortunate, but I've lost motivation. Shame, because Update 8's a good one, but... No, just what happens. Train's going. I have heard, supposedly. I gotta be careful with doing this. I pressed escape. Stop. Okay, hey. Can I have you back, please? Like, where's my mini-map? Oh, right. This is the wrong save. No, it doesn't matter. Obviously, I said before, there's a point at which you can't go beyond for the world border. Just, does not allow you to go any further. And, yep, there's that. I don't want to go any further that way. I saw on Reddit, supposedly, there was supposed to be an area up here that you get before hitting the world border, but I think they weren't entirely truthful about that, in the sense that, like, they weren't lying. I think they were back there, though, and that is well beyond where you're normally able to get to. Also, that's very bright over there. Yeah, technically, I can just, there's the lower bounds of the world. I want to not go too far. Like, this area is fine, but I don't want to go over that way, because, death awaits. Funny how quickly I can lose it. I never did make a health upgrade in this save. That is just so damn bright. Light does not help. Here, I can just go beneath the world all around the place. Like, passing by, that was my smart plating there. Lane of water right there. This is the swamp that we're heading into. There's the water for it. Of course, the stupid shader in this area being a nuisance. Actually quite high up at this point. There we go. There it is. If I rise up, I can literally just get within range of the node from beneath. Not enough space to pick up uranium. Really? Guess I did something before. Go find the other nodes without really being able to see where I'm going. Stupid shaders. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Wow, that, you're never supposed to see this sort of thing, but that is just a surface. A large circular surface. Why does this even exist down here? Is there really a cave that goes underwater this far inland? Well, didn't know about that. It's just a rock. Huh. And yeah, if I go interacting with this, nothing happens, I guess. I have no context for where I am. Air. Okay. Huh. Neat. Didn't know about that. Probably want to descend just to try to stay underground. You know, I wonder. If I go and do this, it'll make the game run a little bit better. That's fine. Turn off the lighting nonsense. I mean, it's done something. Yeah, and here's the giant hole in the world. The giant pit. Oh no. What? The smaller one. The bigger one's over there. Trying to get between them at this point. Yeah, there's the big one. Yeah, and the fog and the shaders and things just do not make this any easier than it could be. Blowy. I can't ping uranium. There it is. There's this node. And the fourth one's over in the red forest somewhere. I could unlock the uranium stuff just as one last thing to do. Oh, I found a wall. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a pretty big wall. Water is certainly a color up here. Of course, if it's just going to be all these rock walls down here, then maybe I won't be able to go and find the other node. Got almost full health, so I can risk going down too far. More up this way somewhere. And I don't know where it is. Possibly in here? I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. I see a purple slug there. Actually, come to think of it, I might have been in this cave before. Comes from over there, right? Genuinely have no clue where this damn node is. Where is it? Oh, it's way up. It's not even down low, so I'm never gonna find it. Ain't how my flashlight lights it up. And yeah, just general radiation from this area. Of course, I say that's high up, actually. What about the other nodes in the area? Yeah, okay, it's still pretty damn high up. I'd imagine somewhere down here. No, I can even go under them. Oh. I wonder if because I was at the edge of the world, that's why the border kicked in so quickly beneath me. Well, I'm gonna find that node now. Let's just go up. No, I can't go up through here? Come on, game, don't be rude. I'm holding spacebar. Alright, let me find some water then. I don't know if this water... Well, no, this one. There we go. Usually you can get back in through the ground under the water. Whatever reason that one works. Even if the regular ground won't. So where is this node? Right here. Wouldn't be all the way up here, right? No. There's a Samor node up there, though. And you. Or this way. Here somewhere, I guess? Oh, there it is. Yep. What's up? Guys doing good? Back away from me, you make it seem like there's something wrong. Enough space to pick up your... So yeah. That's where that is. Technically, we've seen all 4 uranium nodes now. Because that clearly wasn't enough uranium. This nonsense. Any way for me to get back here? No. I've already played around out of bounds enough. Of course, they did tease in the Update 8 release trailer that there was something more to be found somewhere up here. I don't know exactly where, I don't know what. I do remember finding an entrance somewhere in the past. But again, I just don't remember anything about where. Don't exactly spend a bunch of time in this region of the map. Also, it looks like it drops so... Funny that there's a waterfall, it just ends there. There's... If you ever go looking for 2 quartz nodes in this cave back here. Oh, you're wonderful. It's a uranium node again. And yeah, it's a lot brighter at the moment because I disabled the ray tracing stuff. Could help with performance a little bit as well, as I'm flying around here like a moron. Well, wine's gone, and yeah, technically it's time for a break, but I don't think I'm going to continue the stream beyond this little bit of exploring, so... Like I said, I just don't feel like building anything particularly, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm not gonna force myself to play the game beyond what I want to do, right? The only reason I'm playing it now is because I'm actually kind of curious. This was a power requiring hard drive, which I got all of those off stream. I think I said that at the very beginning. I don't think this is where I'd want to be looking for. There's just so much stuff going on in this part of the map. And it's so easy to overlook things. I don't know where that goes. Of course, gotta wait for all this to clear out. Squeak. Still waiting. Takes a little too long if you ask me. Still waiting. Is there nothing? No, it's just this up into this purple power slug. Don't forget, the cats are harmless in my save because everybody's in retaliate mode. They're not completely passive, they just won't bother me if I don't bother them. The purple power slug. I do honestly want to find that spot that I'm remembering from past save. Oh, you're wonderful. But I just don't know where it is. Oh, this is the spot I think I saw underneath the world. I guess I could enable caves. That helps me at all. I have been up here. Of course, I don't have my minimap mod enabled, so I can't even turn that on to use it as a reference. Would have been a good reference to have, though. This far up. Where am I? Right here. Radiation level increasing. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Is this what I was thinking of? I don't know. But it's something, as it all crumbles. Yeah, I don't see any radioactive material here. I'm sure that this is only gonna more fun as I spiral down inside. This is definitely not what I was thinking of. Wait, is this that cave that I saw before? It might be. Where's the purple power slug? It might not have been, though. There's more to it, though. Not that I'll be able to get through that anytime soon. Anywhere else to go here? Doesn't look like it. gonna have a hell of a time getting back up, because I... Where's the exit? Is it up there? Over there? Over here somewhere? Right there. Okay, so right near this. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. It takes way too damn long to despawn. I feel like it didn't use... Actually, no. What used to happen is that it would just fall through the earth instead of taking forever to shrink down like it currently does. And I think you can really tell that it takes way too long to despawn because, as we saw before, after a point it just disappears. And yeah, they have physics. Okay, I don't need to destroy that. All of that for just this one power slug. Surely not. Oh. Well, that's a mean spot. Yeah, I don't think this is a spot you're meant to explore. All that does is unleash some cats on you. That is horrible. Alright, well I guess this is just another way into that cave, but, you know, radiation. Interesting. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Fly back to the base. Just call it quits. Because I just don't really want to build anything. And I don't really have anything more I really want to explore right this second, so... Call it quits. Satisfactory is still a great game. As much as I wanted to ignore it completely back when it first came out, because, really? You're gonna make a deal with EGS to be exclusive there? Really? Really? But no, it turns out Coffee Stain Studios, good studio, make a great game, and, you know, EGS bullshit aside, I have 625 hours in the game. I bought it originally in like May of 21, I think. So...
Milestone reached. Uranium scanning unlocked. With the provided buildings and parts, you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output. A new project part enables progress to the next phase. Note, this method of power generation creates nuclear waste,
which you can refine into plutonium, and somewhere along the way you can actually sink that, because you can't sink nuclear waste. You can sink plutonium, but if you then burn the plutonium, you're left with nuclear waste that you just can't get rid of. Yeah. That was the last thing I can reasonably do, because turbo vroomers, sure, fused modular frames, no, cooling units, no, electromagnetic control rods, No. Cooling systems, rather. All to get the particle accelerator and related things. I think the encased plutonium cells or the plutonium fuel rods are what are sinkable. Maybe the non-fissile uranium? Somewhere along the way you can sink that stuff, but not the nuclear waste. Yeah, technically... Here. It's a massive building. It is massive, and it requires water, a lot of water, and it also requires fuel, which I don't have any of. So I can just sit over there. I'm going back over here. Callie, I did that enough on Saturday when we raced. Don't care to do that more, thanks. Can I have a question mark in the save file? Surely not, right? Yeah. Because that goes straight into a Windows file directory. Nope, that's not valid in a file name. Yeah, I got nothing more I want to do. 154 hours in a save. A better time to end it, even though I'm not EJ. I forgot that I had display capture still enabled. Not that there was anything critical for you to see there. But yeah, I got nothing more I want to do. It's a shame. I scheduled this thinking, oh yeah, I'll get to doing that thing and this other thing, or maybe that thing. And I don't know. We'll see. And then get to the start time of the stream. It's like, wait. Shit, I don't really feel like doing anything in that regard. Oh well. Is what it is. So, yeah. I'm not gonna bother with anything else tonight. I could, but again, there's nothing I feel like doing, and I can get some work done off stream instead, so. Still got some work to do for the 5M server, believe it or not. Of course, got a lot more work to do as a track creator, but we haven't gotten to that stage yet. Still just working on the cars. So, is what it is. Or go faster. Yeah. Or can go faster. Hydrate. Alright, well, next stream. Yay, the bot worked right. Next stream will be Wednesday at the usual time. Will be Watch Dogs. And of course, the usual weekend stuff applies after that. It is an F1 weekend. So, on the off chance that GTA does happen and something happens beyond that, I'm only doing GTA. Because it's Abu Dhabi, and it's at 8 a.m. for me. So, seriously, why can't we just end with Brazil? Fuck Abu Dhabi, fuck Las Vegas. Just end at Brazil. It's a perfect endpoint for the season. Such a better track than either of those two. Plus, it's actually at a reasonable hour. Which is ridiculous, because the last race that just happened this past weekend is in the same country that I live in. It's in the U.S., and yet I had to be up at the same time I was for Japan and Australia. Good thing. Why'd the race have to be as good as it was? Still don't like the layout. The race was more interesting than it should have been. Anyway, yeah. As for what replaces this, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on Mondays now. There's any number of things I could do, any number of things that I want to do. Las Vegas and FNR when? Hopefully never. Please. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to bring Pokemon stuff back, but I'm not really sure how I want to go back about that. We did Miami. Yeah, but Cali, Miami is a better track. Might not be saying much, but it is a better track. Genuinely, even if you kept it with little to no elevation change, you move that track to somewhere that isn't around a fucking stadium, and it wouldn't be that bad of a track. The worst part of that track, besides its location, is the bit that goes under the highway, that stupid chicane. I hate to admit it, but it's not a bad circuit otherwise. It's not a great circuit. Better than Las Vegas, though, that's for sure. Only good track in the US on the calendar currently is Coda. And I'm not really a fan of Coda, but apparently I can handle the circuit pretty well. I don't know. All I can say is that if you want to go to an F1 race in North America, go to Coda or Montreal. Fuck the other two tracks. Just one or the other. I've been to Montreal myself twice. Great time. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else. I'll figure something out for next week. Maybe I'll move Watch Dogs to Monday and something else. Maybe I'll just start something and keep Watch Dogs on Wednesday. Need to figure out how I'm going to do that. Yeah, I mean, I can't say too much about Montreal, Cali, because, you know, most of the time I was there was spent at the track, but for the race, yeah, it's great. Because, I mean, like, 2016, by distance, yeah, that's fair. But, I mean, to be fair, everything's quite a distance if you're going to an F1 race at the very least, right? Nothing exactly that close to where you are. But yeah, the one thing that's great about Montreal, I think it's a little less reasonable than it was back in 2016 because when I went, because they extended the grandstand, but there were GA areas, general admission areas at the hairpin that gave you an excellent view of the hairpin. It wasn't perfect, you know, the grandstand still had better seating. But even on a GA ticket, you could get good seating for the race. Again, I think they extended one of the grandstands, so now it covers where I was sitting on race day back in 2016. But depending on what's there, even GA might still be pretty damn reasonable. The only issue that year is that it was cold. It was actually about as cold in Montreal that year on race day as it was in Las Vegas this past weekend. Fun fact, it wasn't that cold in Las Vegas. It really wasn't. It was colder than it usually is for F1 races, but it was not that cold. Yeah, exactly. It's not cold. For an F1 race, yes. But for like the all-time record, not even close. Regular temps here, yeah. Yep. I do miss going to Montreal. I've only been twice, but I miss it. Good track, that. Anyway, like I said, I'll just run that again because why not? More Watch Dogs. Hopefully there should be no nudity in this one. And just to mention this once again, I mentioned it in Discord. I did uh, take down last week's VOD. In reality, I probably could have left it up. Like, a little bit of nudity is usually accepted. It's just upper half. So, there's nothing major. Usually that sort of thing is accepted. And hell, there are even people. Not happening, Callie. There are even people who've uploaded that same bit to YouTube, and their videos are still up there. So, like, do I have anything to worry about? Probably not. Do I care? No, I'm still gonna take it down. I'm gonna censor the scenes, and it's already uploaded to YouTube, ready to go. But I went out of my way to make sure I shouldn't have any issues with it ever. Overly cautious? Perhaps, but look, it's partial nudity, right? So hopefully we won't have any of that going forward. I don't think we do, but considering I forgot about that mission before getting to it, who knows what else I've forgotten. It's all a video game at the end of the day. It's all a video game, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But some people care more than they ever should. So, better to play it safe than not. But yeah, we'll get back to that on Wednesday. Yeah, I guess I basically don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna go do something or something. I got more 5M work to do, and I've got other stuff I want to do, and other stuff I probably should do, and you know how it is. Anyway, I'm gonna run some ads on the way out, because why not? If you don't want to stick around for them, just leave. You're not gonna miss anything, right? There's literally no reason not to run ads. Just sometimes I don't feel like doing it. Like this past weekend, I decided not to run them just to give me 3 extra minutes to do stuff. To be fair, we were not that close to the start time of the race, but still, 3 extra minutes. Never know, right? But yeah, I'm in no rush tonight, so screw it. Run ads. Don't want to watch ads? Then leave. Simple as that. So yeah, that's going to do it for me tonight. Apologies it was so short, but again, just probably shouldn't have streamed Satisfactory in the first place. But what did happen, at least, hopefully you all enjoyed it. How does this normally go? I was trying to blend that back in, and I completely lost track of how I did that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and hopefully, we'll see you next time. Later.